Hey everybody, how are you guys all doing? I hope that you guys are all doing amazing today. My name is TracEy and I am out here at Highlands Giving Garden. We are a community garden here in the city of Highland, California. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get started in today's video because I need to start laying down this hardware cloth to prepare for our future Vego garden bed install. So the triple digits are finally behind us. I was sick for about a week and a half, so I am back to feeling well. Not 100%, but at least I can talk and make this video. And so I'm really super excited to finally start to continue to work on this Vego garden bed future install. So let's go ahead and let's get started. It's going to take me a little bit of time. The wire mesh that I'm going to be using that they had at Lowe's is it's called Garden Craft. It is a hardware cloth. It's 24 inches by 10 feet. So there you go. There's the information in case you were wanting to pick some of this up. Ideally, I would have wanted to pick some up that was a little wider instead of the 2 feet, but this is what they had available, and so this is what I ended up having to get. They have, I've seen 3 feet and 4 feet, but like I said, unfortunately, I've only had the 2 feet, so that's what we're working with today. So as you remember, I had the wire, the hardware cloth that's already pre-existing that was underneath the redwood frame that we had originally. And so we are going to be keeping that in place, and then we're just going to be topping it with this on the sides. The challenging part about laying this down is trying to get it to go around this water source here. So that's going to be a little more on the challenging side. I am actually going to do that first. So because this is 10 feet, I'm going to have to basically cut this in half to give me a 5 foot. And then once I have my 5 foot piece, then I need to cut around, like lay it down, but then also cut around that water source over here. So with that being said, let's go ahead and take on that challenge and let's get to work. Okay guys, just throwing it out there. I am obviously not a professional at doing this. I work with the tools that I have out here at the garden, to help me along the way. So as you can see, luckily the old redwood frame that we had that was pre-existing over here has helped me to keep this hardware cloth into place so that I can actually cut it in half. So now what I need to do is I need to get this half and I need to go install it over there and overlap it on this pre-existing hardware cloth. So let's get over there and let's see what we can do. All right, so this is the area that I'm talking about that I need to put this hardware cloth right here. So I'm going to overlap it here, and then I need to cut the hardware cloth to where it will actually clear this area right here. So as you can see here with the cattle panel, it doesn't allow me too much overlapping. So I probably only have like maybe a good couple of inches. But what I think what I could probably do also is cut the wire mesh to where just like a little cut, just so that I can bring it back to at least this T-post and then extend it out. So there's some finagling that I need to do here. I need to figure out what is going to be the easiest way and then go from there. So this is going to be a challenge for me, but let's see how long this takes me. All right, so there we go. It's all laid out. It was actually a lot easier than I thought it was going to be. Although it may look like I was struggling, I was just trying to figure out how I was going to go about getting that into place. But I did it, and it was pretty effortless. So I'm really excited about that. So now, just so then we can see how much is actually overlapping, in case you did not see that, this is the pre-existing hardware cloth here. This is what I just laid down, taking the measurement of how much the overlapping is. We have about, looks like about 9.5 inches. So just shy of a foot. So that's not too shabby. That's actually pretty good. I'm pretty happy about that result. So now what I need to do is I need to get this other half of the hardware cloth and I need to line it right along here on the other side. Now, the way that I'm going to do this is because we do have this pre-existing cattle panel here, is I can see that there's a little bit of like a space here. So I think what I can do is I can get that hardware cloth just underneath this area here. Let's get that leaf out of the way. We can get the hardware cloth just underneath to this point right here, because it looks like this may be a little deeper underneath this hardware cloth here. So we'll get that underneath this cattle panel as far as we possibly can. And then all of the existing hardware cloth will be in the pathway, and then that will eventually be covered up with cardboard boxes that are flattened out, and then also wood chips. And then that will help keep the weeds down, so the weeds are not growing through that hardware cloth. So let's go ahead and let's get this part started now. Okay, so now that side is all laid out. So now let's go ahead and see how much is overlapping on this side. So we have about, let's see here. It looks like we have about, what is that, about 8 inches. So that's not too shabby either. I'm pretty solid on that measurement as well. So I do not think that any gophers will be able to get through on this side nor on this side. So now what I need to do is I need to get a whole roll of that hardware cloth, and this is 8 feet here. So I'm going to extend that whole 10 foot all the way out. So there might be a possibility that I have to do something, perhaps maybe with that soil over there to get it out of the way, but I'm hoping that I will be okay. But so yeah, let's go ahead and get this hardware cloth right here into place, and then we'll be done with side number 3. Okay, so now that piece right there is laid out. That was the full 10 feet on that hardware cloth, so not too shabby. I gotta say, this redwood plank is definitely helping me out quite a bit by keeping the hardware cloth into place. So as far as the measurement goes, we have about 7 inches of overlay on that one, which isn't too bad. It's still over a foot inside of the pathway. So all right, so that one was done. That is side 3. Now for the last and final side is this one right over here. However, as you can see, we have some ground squirrels or gophers that have been digging holes in here. And so that is what we are trying to prevent from happening again inside once we have our Vego garden bed installed. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fill these holes up. I don't know what's going to end up happening with these holes, if they're going to try to dig again. I really don't know, but I'm going to cover the holes up, and then I will overlay the third piece of wire mesh that's right over there, and we will align that whole 10 foot over here too, and then it will more than likely be overlapping on most of these holes. So let me get to work and let me get these holes covered up. Now, if I'm sounded winded, which I feel very winded, it's because I was sick and I'm still trying to recover. I'm not 100%, so I may be breathing a little harder than I probably normally would. So just ignore me in the breathing, please. I'm just really wanting to get this done, whether I am fully recovered or not. I feel like I'm doing the job pretty well. I got to give praise where praise is due. And I think I am doing a pretty dang good job out here, guys. So, all right, let me go get some tools, and we'll get these holes covered up, and then we'll get that wire mesh or the hardware cloth. I'm so used to saying wire mesh, but get that hardware cloth, and then we'll get that laid out over here. So, all right, let's get back to work. Okay, so we are finally done with our very last piece, our third roll, a total of 10 feet there. So we have actually put a total of 30 feet worth of hardware cloth down on top of that 8x4 existing hardware cloth. So the overlapping on this side is about, let's see, I had to do some adjustments just to get it away from this area because that was actually like 10 inches worth of overlapping, and I didn't need that much, I don't think. Hopefully I don't. But I readjusted it, and now I have about 7 inches of overlapping with the new hardware cloth on top of the pre-existing hardware cloth. So guys, like I said, if I can do it, you can do it. I think it looks great. I am very, very, very happy with the results so far. It has been a lot of work out here when I was working out here in triple digits, and now it's cooling down and the weather is a little more manageable, and I think it is just really looking fantastic. So let me show you here if you can see it once again, what it looks like over here and then also over here. And then I used the redwood, the pre-existing redwood that I broke down, and that will hold this hardware cloth into place until we move on to our very next step. And the next step is to install our first Vego garden bed. And you guys, I cannot tell you how excited I am for this next step. So anyways, everybody, that is it for the day. Thank you so much for hanging out with me here at the community garden today. I hope that you enjoyed today's video with an amateur such as myself, a monkey putting this together. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Just show me some love with a thumbs up. Leave a comment down below and let me know what you think about this video. Also, if you are new to this channel and you like the content on this channel, then please, I am not a master gardener or anything like that. I am not a professional. I'm letting you all know that I don't know all things gardening. Even though I run this community garden, I'm not a garden know-all. I'm telling you, as you can see from these videos that I've put out. But if you do like these videos and the content that is on this channel, then please subscribe and click that notification bell. That way, whenever a new video goes up on this channel, then you will be given a notification. This is probably going to be more like a bloopers type of gardening channel at the end of the day, but I try my best, and I gotta say that with the help that I get with the members of our community, I am so thankful that I do get the help out here, because there's no way that I would be able to do this by myself. And I'm very thankful for this redwood, because it continues to serve a purpose, especially a purpose for today, where it helped me to keep that hardware cloth into place. So anyways, everybody, thanks so much for watching all the way to the end. Thank you for allowing me to share our community garden with you. And until next time, I am so excited for our next step to install that Vego garden bed. If you want to know all things Vego Garden, then head on over to their website or their Facebook page or their Instagram. All of their links are down below in the description. Check them out, because you would be amazed at the product that they have available to us gardeners. And once again, I wanted to thank Vego Garden so much for donating 4 garden beds to our community garden. And guess what? The first one to be installed is going right here. So thank you so much, Vego Garden, and thank you so much, everybody, for watching. Until next time, see you guys soon. Bye.